What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2002 movie Stuart Little 2. So, in this movie, Stuart and the family have been living their lives happily, and they even have a baby sister now, and Stuart is trying really hard to find a way to fit in more. George is starting to hang out with his friend, everything, so Stuart's starting to feel left out and feeling lonely because he doesn't really have any friends and stuff. And one day when he's on his way home from school, a bird falls into his car. Her name is Margalo, and they take her in and help her and everything. They think she has a broken wing, but we find out that Margalo is actually on a mission to steal this ring for the villain of the movie, Falcon, who is a falcon. And once she gets it, she goes back to the Falcon and stuff, and Stuart thinks she's in trouble or in danger, so he gets Snowbell to go with him, and they go on this adventure in New York City trying to find him. And when they get there and stuff, that's when Stuart finds out that she was having to steal the wedding ring and everything for the Falcon, and the Falcon tries to kill Stuart and everything, and then Stuart has to try to save Margalo from the Falcon because he's pretty much been keeping her prisoner, and she didn't even want to steal the ring in the first place. And he ends up saving the day, and that's pretty much the story of Stuart Little 2. I absolutely love this movie. I think it's a really great sequel. It's always been one of my favorites as a kid. Just like with the first one, I watched both of these movies a lot when they first came out and everything. I didn't see this one in the theater when it first came out. I actually saw it in theaters after I had gotten it on video, because I got it for Christmas on video the year that it came out, and I really regretted not going to see it in the theater. But that year, the only movie I wanted to see in the theaters was Scooby-Doo. I saw that like 5 times in the theater. I had chances to see Stuart Little too, but I chose that over it every time. But the year after, I ended up getting to go with some friends. They had this little membership thing at movie theater where they did the summer movie kids program or whatever, where they would play movies for kids and stuff, and Stuart Little 2 happened to be one of the ones that they were doing, so I got to go with them to see it in the theater and everything. So I did still get to see it in theaters, just not when it first came out. But I have a lot of fun with this movie. Like it does kind of have a little bit of annoying parts in here, like the little subplot with Mrs. Little being worried about Stuart through the whole movie is kind of annoying, but at the same time, I get she's just being a caring mom, and there are a lot of parents that are like that are always feeling overwhelmed and stuff, worrying about their kids being hurt and stuff. And she's being a good mom and everything, but it does kind of get a little annoying at times. It don't annoy me near as bad as it did when I was a kid. I guess now that I'm older, I kind of understand stuff a little bit more. But and there's also this other somewhat annoying subplot with her trying to get the baby to talk. It was kind of funny the first couple times, but it kind of got old, as every time you'd see her with the baby, she was trying to get the baby to say something, and the baby keeps looking at her like, woman, leave me alone. But I think all of the casts are still great in here, though, especially the voice cast. This one has more big name voice actors in here too. Once again, you get Michael J. Fox as Stuart, and Margalo is voiced by Melanie Griffith. I think she does a really good job. And James Woods voices the Falcon. I think he does a really good job too. I don't think he's as humorous and stuff in this movie as he was in as the voice of Hercules, but they tried to make him more intimidating and stuff. And I think he did a really good job in this role and everything. I could have swore, though, when this movie came out that it was Billy Crystal doing his voice. I don't know why. Maybe it's because their voices, I guess, somewhat sound alike, maybe, or maybe it's just because I was kind of dumb as a kid. But I thought he was good as Falcon, and of course, you get Nathan Lane back as Snowbell, and he just steals the show. Pretty much every line that Snowbell says in this movie is hilarious. I used to die laughing all the time when I would watch this movie because of how hilarious he is and everything. I just love Nathan Lane. He's a really, really funny guy and everything. He's really funny in this movie. And Steve Zahn is once again back as Monty. He only has a couple little scenes, but he's still fun to watch too, in the little scenes that he's in and everything. And then the humans are all once again really good. Gina Davis and Hugh Laurie are still really great as Mr. and Mrs. Little, and George is once again played by Jonathan Lipnicki, and he's really good. And that all of them just still work really good together, and it's still believable that they're a family and everything. And I really enjoyed this movie and everything. I think all of them were really good, and it has a really good story. The pacing is really good. The movie is only an hour and 17 minutes, so it goes by really fast and everything. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and they get to the point pretty quickly and everything. I do kind of wish they could have added a little bit more into it, made it a little bit longer, but at the same time, I think that it was about right and everything. And Alan Silvestri's score is really good. I think I did like his work on the first movie a little bit better, but he still did a good job with the score in this one. And Rob Minkoff did a really good job directing again and everything. And there was a lot of really good moments in this movie. Like I said, most of the stuff with Snowbell is just absolutely hilarious, especially like the part when they think that Stuart's dead and Stephen Margolo's telling him, and he's like, "Stuart's dead? Yeah, I wish it were me." And she's like, "Really?" And he's like, "No, but I'm still really unhappy." That part cracks me up every time I watch it. And like the part when he's running his mouth about the Falcon, saying he's gonna rip him up and everything, and then the Falcon shows up and he jumps and hides in the can and everything. It just absolutely hilarious. Reminds me of my brother, like the way he runs his mouth and stuff and everything. It just absolutely cracks me up. And I love Stuart Little too. It's such a great sequel and everything. And both movies don't really get talked about very much anymore, and they really deserve more love than they get and everything. So I'd say I'd give Stuart Little 2 a 9.5 out of 10. It's just a really, really great movie and everything. I absolutely love it and everything. So let me know in the comments what you think of Stuart Little 2, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.